Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here, and you remember that famous saying that says, when life hands you lemons, you make lemonade. All right, well, I want to up that one a little bit. When life hands you sticks, you make cigar box guitar necks. Hope you like my Patriot shades. I have some Patriot safety goggles right there, but first let me just show you around the outside here. So first off, all these sticks, I have stacks and stacks of these things here. Like I don't even know where to put them. I'm trying to stack them here out of the way. Okay, so that's one stack, two stacks. This is the table saw we're going to use. Get these out of the way. So I have been hoarding these things for the last year. As you can see, they're almost the perfect right size. Okay. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piles of Doug fir. So what I'm going to do, number one, is I'm going to first measure them all down to size. Second thing I will do is I will cut either the traditional headstock or a scarf joint headstock. 3, I will cut up a bunch of heels, and that's as far as I'm going to get on this video. So I'm going to fire up the time lapse and I'm going to bust ass. All right, we're going to replace the Patriot shades with the Patriot safety glasses. I decided to cut these all at 36 inches, and the reason being is because I did a dry mock-up using a 25-inch scale and the largest box I could find in a little end butt there. So altogether, if I cut it at 36 inches, if I cut all these down to 36 inches, then I'm pretty much covered for any scale up to 25-inch scale instrument. Okay, so before we actually cut these down, we're going to do what they call a go, no go. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all the grain, make sure it's vertical, and I'm going to look at the board, make sure it's straight overall. And I'm going to kind of categorize it. Is this neck good for, is this wood good for a neck? Is it straight? Is it going to bow? Is there any knots? Is there any cracks, or whatever the case is? And I'm going to only select the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. And then I'm going to start categorizing, like say for example, this one here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a big old bend in it. It's like an elbow right there. There's like a knot. But anyhow, so yeah, so this one here I would not use at all. So I'm not going to throw it away, but I'm going to use this as a heel. So this will be, the curvature stuff will be the heel stuff, but the stuff with a straight grain, tight straight grain, and perfection, these are going to be the actual necks themselves. All right, so here we go with round one. That was the easy part. That was the easy part. I just cut the tips off all of them. So now I have a stack on them, if you can see them over there. I'm guessing of about 150. That's my rough estimate. Okay, so now I'm going to actually now I'm going to do the go no go and make the judgment calls as to which ones I keep and which ones I categorize as heels. And then those that I keep, I'm going to start the headstocks right now. So I'm about 1/3 of the way done, and boy did I underestimate. So I'm already up to 100. So I've got a total of about 300 boards, or actually more than that, probably about 350 by my most recent updated calculation. Okay, so anyhow, I have 50 that I have deemed worthy of necks, and I have about 50 here on a pile on the ground that I've just been throwing down. These are the, I don't want to call them the rejects, but they are the A and B. These are the B section, and these ones here are blemished, or they have a crack, or they're too short, or there's a big knot or something. These two right here, this one, yeah, this one in particular, man, as soon as I picked this thing up, I could tell right away that it was going to be an awesome cigar box guitar neck. I mean, there's just something about this wood, I don't know what it is. If it's the weight, or if it's the, something about this one here just like immediately screamed out saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. So I did. I cannot use this neck for a cigar box guitar neck. Why not? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's because of a huge knot. If you're missing a neck, this one's not it. This one is not missing. I am up to 100 select, chosen necks. Each one of these is just straight, 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 no blemish. So I have exactly 100 here, and I have probably about 100 rejects down here in the reject pile. So I have about an equal number, 100, 200, and maybe another 100. So a total of 300 necks. Oh my gosh. All right, we ended up with 122. That's 11 times 11. I'll show you. Here's the cat. She's the Helpy Helperton. Anyhow, this is the reject pile. And I have a few sliders and a few real long ones here if I ever need to make a bass or something, some long scale instrument. Those are pretty straight here. So these ones here are going to be the necks, and I will make these guys into the heels. So yeah, that was the easy part. Now comes the hard part, well, the time-consuming part, and that is going to be carving the headstocks down so that they can be the thickness of the tuners. You know, this is what the traditional cigar box guitar style headstock looks like. This is what I was talking about. Little headstock notches. So we will notch these guys, and then we will cut up the heels to match. All right, we got about a dozen or so of these guys, and I'm going to start putting them in this box here. Takes about a minute a piece, and I will show you exactly. Just like that, cigar box guitar neck is born. For the sake of brevity, I'm only going to do 10. So I've got 10 headstocks carved, and so now I'm going to do 10 heels. 10 heels to match. Well, we have many heels in the making there. So I do want to show you kind of a quick and dirty way to do it. So I get 4 or 5 boards. Let's go with 4. 4 boards that are the same, roughly the same length. Then I'm going to stagger them by the same, basically the same angle as what the heel is going to be. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut them at this angle here, at the same angle as this. Right here. Perfect heels. And again, these will just be sanded and glued to the underside of the fretboard. And this is about maybe 14, 15 inches. I went a little longer here because you never know with the size of the box. So this will accommodate large boxes as well. Remember this awesome neck that we decided that we were not going to use? Well, I found an awesome heel that I can also not use. This one actually got 3. 1, 2, and there's another one right here. 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool? So these are all going to be 23-inch scale instruments. So what I did is I got my template out, my fret template, and I laid it down, and I figured out where the 19th fret was going to be, and I struck a little line so I know where the heel needs to go in relationship to this. So now I'm going to glue up the heels. Before I glue up these heels, I'm going to have to like sand these side just to get rid of this the dirt and the debris that's on here. So we'll get the belt sander out. One of the things I always do is pilot holes in the heel before I glue, and then the screw, so I glue it and then the screw just keeps it tight, and it works for, especially well, especially if you're not using clamps or a vise or something like that. I went inside and glued it and then screwed it, and then I just kind of rub the glue into the cracks where maybe there wasn't any glue. I try to be as generous as I can with the glue there. Okay, that's it. Nice and goopy and sloppy. Did you guys see that movie, It Might Get Loud? Well, it might get loud because we're going to use the router table here to route the ends of these guys. Thing makes a lot of sawdust. All right, this is ready for filing and sanding. One down and 120 more to go. We've been working all day and now it's nighttime. And I think I'm going to take this operation into the shop and finish up there because it's getting cold out here. Here's the stack of heels. And here's a fistful of necks that have been carved for the headstock. Just set those right here. I've officially moved the Operation Dust generator into the workshop. Look at some of that mud is just caked on there. Anyhow, oh yeah, I wanted to show you this here. I just got it tied up with some string strategically. So Some of these heels are awesome. This one here, oh, look at those grains. It looks like some sort of a marbleized maple or something. So I'm leaving that one alone. This one here, this one was the one that was covered in mud, and you can see all those saw marks in there, and you can actually see the mud stains still in there. Yeah, some of these they just finish really well, like they look really old. And it's just because they've been out in the mud. Look at the grain on this thing here. Just beautiful grain. Yep, so let's glue them up. Well, my goal for today was to at least get 10 of them done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay! Little dude over there. I don't know about you guys, but I had a long day today. Got a lot done though. The next order of business, I need to sand the backs of these guys, the backs of the necks, so that I've already got these guys sanded, but in order for the glue to go good, I gotta sand the back of this one next. So I think I will do that tomorrow. Alright guys, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. And don't forget there is a Patreon link above, and there's all sorts of links and whatnot in the video description below. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.